Hello again. In this video, we're looking at the subject of the astral world. That is the place where you really are. Or shall we say, the place that you, the higher super consciousness, has created in order to experience the illusion of dreamed up places that it's invented. This Earth being one of them. So, you're in this astral world, and more particularly, where you're starting off from is a kind of lower level artificial reality suite. It's as if you, the energy being, has been dressed up in a kind of bodysuit with funny goggles, and when you have all of this on, you start to think and believe you're a human being with a chatting human mind and all kinds of other weird special effects. And there you are, inside this suit, in a kind of darkened, quietened place, surrounded by your guiding spirits who don't want to disturb you too much because you're busy having the very convincing experience of human life. So, if you want to sense this astral world, it's right there beside you. At first it appears to be a bit of a nothingness, but as you begin to probe more deeply, you'll start to find it's there. And that's the way it is. Now, we also want you to be able to navigate this astral world and move beyond that human sector and start to get into some other places. Now, there's some interesting ones where you can get to, and it's worth understanding that you can look up any previous lifetimes. The human form you're in right now is connected to a variety of previous human lifetimes and some future lifetimes for that matter. And because they exist in the form of moments here and there, you can quite easily find these moments and, well, see what it's like to live in other eras, past or future, as you might perceive them at the moment. But not only that, you can also look up some other realms and dimensions that are even more interesting, such as alien worlds. Now, there's a lot of alien worlds that have been created at the Earth level. You could probably travel to them in a spaceship in the future, but at the moment, the only way you're going to get there is on the astral. And if you do some astral projection, you're going to start to find other alien worlds and a range of species that'll make it quite obvious to you someone seeded the Earth with DNA. This is something the creationists had long been suspected and trying to prove, and if you go and look on the astral, you'll see clear evidence that the same sort of DNA species or creations are popping up all over the place. There are, of course, other dimensions you can go into which are very non-physical, but you'll find the more fascinating ones to begin with tend to be the more physical ones. So, what are you waiting for? You can get out there, you can do all of this stuff, and you're not limited to a human body. You've been experiencing other lifetimes in other places, in other dimensions. You can get to experience them. And this is what these videos are trying to do. We're encouraging the human mind you're working through right now to do a bit of training, practice the necessary skills, and start to have a look at some of these other dimensions and places. Start to learn how to navigate the astral world. Now, the real training is done by your guiding spirits. For example, if you're in a session with someone who's training you how to do this, in reality it's your guiding spirits who are actually directing the session. And we would like you to have more of a direct link with them. This is something you already have been feeling the margins of. Well, you could be experiencing it a lot more. It's as if they're right there beside you. They want to help you. They want to get involved because that's their job. Shall we say, you are the project they're working on. They're not there to interject and jump in to, shall we say, aggressively. What they are there to do is help out and let you work at your own pace, which often seems to be a bit slow, but we're trying to accelerate that right now. So your guiding spirits are in the astral world right beside you. And what you need to do now is practice noticing them. The way you do that is very simple. You breathe better. That's breathe lower into your body. So you're using the diaphragm muscles, and you breathe slowly and quietly with a nice smile. And as you're doing that, allow the chitter-chatter of all the voices and the emotions in your head to go quiet. And as you allow them to go quiet, you'll start to notice the presence of your guiding spirits. And in a later video, we're going to explain a little bit more about what they do. But right now, just feel how they're all around you, and they're there to help you. And as you practice navigating the astral world, they're going to be giving you guided tours, take you to some interesting places. You could just sit back and relax and say, friends, where would it be fun to go today? And they're going to take you to some interesting places. You're going to have to find this out for yourself in practice, but you will be doing it. And that's the exciting thing. This is part of your training program. This is part of the wake-up process that gets you there to see the astral world for real. Now, while you're out there, you're also going to be able to check out some other major things people have been wondering around for a long time. For example, can you go and visit God? Well, not really. In the end, it's going to turn out because you are God. But here's something you need to verify for yourself. Is there a Mr. Satan or the devil out there? The answer is sort of, but not quite the way some fundamentalist religious people would make out. But you will find such a being, and being the source of all evil is not quite what it was thought to be on Earth. It's a bit of a special effect. And it turns out to be quite an entertaining special effect when you get to the reality of it. Heaven. Well, if you want to see some relatives or perhaps some unborn children, by the way, are a good one, because people are so fixated with the dead, go and have a look at the people who are coming in. You get to see it's very much a coming and going business, this astral world where they plonk people down into the human world. So you can get to see them, look people up. And as you get that, you suddenly realize that you can connect with them in a very mediumistic way pretty much any time you want to. So get to learn these skills. Hell, that's a place you might want to go looking for, simply to prove that you can't really find it. Hell, as we understand it, nasty diabolical place with demons prickling you all the time, does not exist as such, but there are some weird places with some special effects that might give you that impression, but you'd only get stuck there if you were determinedly staying there. So you can't get sent to hell. It doesn't exist, but do check it out. All these things is stuff you've got to know, because you're going to be in conversations with people about this in the future. And it's good to tell people from personal knowledge, not something you've read about or something you might have heard in a video one day. So here are all these things to do. Keep practicing. And to help you practice, that's why we've got the book with some good explanations about how to do this. This is why we've got some training videos, and better of all, this is why we've got some one-to-one training that you can do coming to an office like the one I'm in right now, or you can do it online. You can do it anywhere in the world within reason. If one says an internet connection, you'll make that connection. We can do some training, and we can practice how to do it. We can practice how to train your mind to go and visit all these wonderful places and these amazing skills, because you're going to need it. You need it for what's coming next. So chat to you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.